Jeremy Clarkson has strongly criticised the BBC's Director General, Davie, following revelations that it may be very difficult for the BBC to demand that Huw Edwards return the salary he received while suspended. Edwards continued to receive his BBC salary even after his arrest in November 2023. This has led to widespread outrage, with many calling for Edwards to repay the substantial amount of taxpayer-funded money. Edwards, who could potentially face a jail sentence. Despite the suspension, it was revealed that the BBC paid Edwards between £475,000 and £479,999 from April 2023 to April 2024, a figure that is £40,000 higher than his earnings the previous year. The situation has placed Davie under immense pressure, with prominent figures such as Secretary Lisa Nandy joining the chorus of voices demanding that Edwards return the money. Nandy described the ongoing payments as wrong and not a good use of taxpayers' money, echoing the sentiments of many who believe that the majority of the country would agree with her stance. In a BBC News interview on August 1, 2024, Davie addressed the issue, explaining that while it is legally challenging to recover the pay, the BBC would explore all options. He expressed shock at the specifics of Edwards' actions, stating that no one was aware of the details until recently. When asked whether Edwards would still receive his pension, Davie admitted that it would be very difficult to claw back, nigh on impossible, due to the legal intricacies involved. Clarkson, known for his forthright opinions, lambasted Davie's remarks in his Sunday column for The Sun, questioning why it should be so difficult to retrieve the money. He suggested that the judge sentencing Edwards could impose a fine equivalent to the amount Edwards was paid during his suspension, asking, why not have a quiet word with the judge who sentences Edwards, and suggests that, in addition to whatever punishment he has in mind, a fine might be in order. A fine of let's think £200,000? Clarkson's frustration is shared by others, including former BBC News colleague Jenny Bond, who argued that if Edwards had any dignity left, he would voluntarily return at least some of the money. Speaking on Jeremy Vine's Channel 5 talk show, Bond emphasized the damage to the BBC's reputation and expressed that it would be gracious for Edwards to repay the amount he earned since his arrest. Bond also pointed out the separation between the BBC newsroom and the broader corporation, noting that the newsroom staff were kept in the dark about Edwards' situation until very recently. She highlighted the importance of the newsroom's independence in holding the BBC's leadership accountable, stressing that the lack of transparency was extraordinary. This controversy has further tarnished the BBC's reputation, raising questions about how such situations are handled and the implications for public trust in the organization. As the fallout continues, the pressure on both Huw Edwards and the BBC to address these concerns remains intense.